Previously on Merrillwood.
Hello?
Carol, it's David. We need to talk.
Hi. What is it, sweetie?
There's something wrong with me. You're gonna think I'm crazy. I don't know how to explain it, but
I've been watching the show Heroes, and each time one of the characters uses their powers, it seeps through the TV and it becomes mine. I'm special.
Oh my god. I think he's retarded. I should get him a helmet.
No, Meryl, I'm not retarded. I'm outside your house. I need to come in. Look, this is serious. I think Styler's after us. But I think we're supposed to help him, make him good. It's like what he said in episode 21 about his mother's clock. You know, it's a beautiful piece, it just needs a little attention. He was talking about himself. Styler's good. You know, he just needs a little attention, a little love. We gotta get him on the show.
Oh my god! I have special powers too! I see dead people! Ah!
I'm just kidding. I don't see that.
Oh, MMFG! What the?
It's him. He's here.
It's Siler!
Well done, guys. That was great.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to Merrillwood. I'm Meryl, and this is our hood, Merrillwood. We have such a special show today. We have a special guest here with special powers, and he's going to eat our brains, so I'm so excited. This is, well, first of all, let me introduce our guest, Zachary Quinto.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Everybody, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming.
Nice to be here. It's good to be here.
It's really cool
a whole
to have.
litany of things you have.
There is
sprawled out
a
already,
litany.
Right? We're ready.
I love your jargon. And I'd like to introduce my co-host and my sidekick and my BFF, David Forrest, with the one R.
What's up, guys? How are you?
Like
he's
the
just-
shirt says.
the forest be with you.
That's right. I'd like to give him kudos for writing that little sketch slash spoof.
Thanks.
How long did it take you guys to shoot that?
We did that today in
Oh, you
2
did
hours.
today.
We did that this afternoon, yes. And it was a lot of fun. And as you could see, we broke character. But because we were having so much fun, that's really what that was about. So we have so many questions to ask you, and I know that all your fans do too.
Yeah, well, David said, and Brian said as well, that there are people in France right now that are up at 5 in the morning. It's 5 in the morning in France?
Wow! Good morning.
Good morning, you guys.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Bonjour. I was just in Paris, actually, which
Were
might have
you?
something to do with that.
What were
because
you
the people
doing there?
Were wonderful and really cool.
Oh, nice.
I was there with the show. We're doing a festival in Paris called the Jules Verne Festival, is honoring the show.
Oh, how great!
So I went and hung out for like a week. It was amazing.
Who's Jules Verne? No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. For those of you who don't know who Jules Verne is, just Google him. Okay. Now, but
I heard that works,
it does. And
but I can't figure out how.
Oh, you just go to Google.com.
Yeah, it never works for me.
Really?
Can't, no, I can't Google
odd.
things. True.
And you have special powers,
I
but you
know.
can't Google things.
Apparently, they don't go to the internet.
Do you speak Francais?
No, not well enough. I wish I could speak it better.
Does that bother you in France?
They were very, everybody in
cool.
France was very understanding and very sweet and very welcoming.
That's nice.
I don't think it bothered them one bit because they're all smart.
Yeah,
and speak English.
I think they like you, and I bet you anything they like your haircut.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's very French. Like, it's so cool. No, it really is. It's like, isn't it hip?
Very hip.
It's hip. I like it. It's hip. So, anyway, so we have a few things we want to share with our viewers out there before we go into our full-on
Broad
heroes.
questions.
Sorry, what, David?
Zack Attack.
The Zack Attack. I like that. That's perfect. Okay. So, our mantra of the day is from Deepak Chopra. And I thought about this the other day. If Oprah married Deepak Chopra, her name would be Oprah Chopra. And I think that's funny. Okay. Now,
funny.
moving on to the law of Dharma. And Greg, the law of Dharma, or purpose in life. It's hard for me to be serious, even when it's a mantra, because, the energy in the room with the purple curtains, it's good. Okay, here we go. So everyone has a purpose in life. a unique gift or special talent to give to others. And when we blend this unique talent with service to others, we experience the ecstasy and the exaltation of our own spirit, which is the ultimate goal of all goals. And we decided on this mantra because of your show.
You did?
Yes.
That was nice. Can I keep it?
Yes. Please.
Right.
Would you like me to autograph it for you?
Yes, please. I would. I mean, that's actually true.
I'd be happy to do that for you.
Well, maybe that's one of the reasons that our show does so well.
Here, let me do that right now. Okay, we can get that out of the way.
But aren't you supposed to say a
David,
mantra over and over and over again?
Dear
That's going to be kind of
a long one.
complicated.
Zachary.
That's more of a passage.
Would you like
than a
me
mantra.
to say anything? Like,
Well, I should hope you will. But we could do that later.
yeah, we'll
We have
do.
a lot
Okay,
to- we have a lot of ground
okay.
to
We got to
cover.
move on. We
see
just
what I
have
can
one
put on your
more
day.
little shtick. So what we are going to talk about for just a quick second here is that Merylwood, we really love to do the environmental / green tip of the day because I care, and so does David and Brian and Metal Sanaz and Zachary.
Zachary.
Do you like Zach or Zachary?
Whatever you feel like.
Okay,
If you feel like an extra
Zachary.
syllable, go for it.
I like it. I like the extra. I'll go the extra
That's
syllable.
2 extra syllables.
And so oh, look at that. This is a Trader Joe's grocery bag that you can actually buy at Trader Joe's, and it's only $1.99. It's $2 for this cute little, tote. And it has flowers and little, it's pretty and it's padded. And so you don't have to waste paper or plastic anymore. You can buy this cute little number and match it with your outfit and go shopping at Trader Joe's. And it's padded, so if you have like frozen goods or, fragile eggs or anything in that way, you have padding. Okay? So just go do it. You know what I mean? Make the move and bust it out. Okay. The other thing, just real quick, Kate, almost, is that in San Francisco they have banned plastic bags, which I think is really awesome. And sorry, brother in Birmingham, I say awesome too much apparently, but shout out. But anyway, the plastic bag thing, it's been banned in San Francisco, so that's very nice. And LA will get there in about the year 3000, I think. But okay, I've made my point.
Great.
Thanks.
Well, we got. Let's take some questions here. We got Tidra, who wants to know what's the best thing, Zach, about being a celebrity, and what's the worst?
Oh, well, I don't know. That's a tough question because it's really still strange for me to consider myself that way, in a lot of ways. So I don't know. I guess I've gotten like for example, I went to the premiere of Sicko the other night. That was really amazing because I got to see the movie first of all, but I also got to sort of see Michael Moore there and he talked
Right.
and that was something like an opportunity that I felt was really rewarding. And then the worst part about it, I don't know. The worst part about it maybe.
I can tell you.
What? Tell me.
I would say the worst part about it is just people being so interested and asking you so many questions.
Well, clearly I don't mind it. I'm here.
The worst
Yeah.
part is coming
no.
on this show.
I mean, I think it comes with challenges, certainly. But I'm not. I'm actually at a point in my life where I'm not really looking at the worst of anything. I feel like my experience has been so rewarding and so fulfilling that it's been a great thing so far for me. I just hope that it stays that way. I guess
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got to just do what you can to shape it in that
Yeah.
direction. So we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. Teardroy was her name.
Tidra, yeah.
Thanks for that. Challenging. So we get get out
Yeah.
of the gate running.
Yeah, right. Went right to it.
Scintillating.
Don't beat around the
Insightful.
bush. Get right to the point. Because I have a few that I think are very straightforward. I'm sorry. He's gonna choke.
Put you in a snow
He's gonna
globe.
Deepak Chokra. Ah, that's another one. I'm sorry.
Sure,
It's
gonna
okay. We
happen
know the
right now.
Heimlich. We're prepared. Okay. So, do we want to go on to another
Yeah,
one? or-
we'll ask
okay.
before you ask yours, Meryl, which
Okay.
are interesting questions to say the least.
Okay.
Zach, how did you land the part of Siler?
I auditioned for it. It was like there's really no big. I wish I was
I
I was in a coffee shop planning a murder.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I don't have
got-
I went to an audition for it, and it was actually relatively, because I don't think anybody necessarily knew what the character would become or how people would respond to it. So when I auditioned for it, as is the case in shows like this, so much of what counts is like the response that the work as a whole and then individually generates. So it was an audition for a guest star that was, very likely going to recur on the show. And then sort of as it went on, it became clear it's kind of the best way to get a job like that, because normally you have to go through a really long vetting through the studio testing and network testing. And
Right, with
this
pilots
wasn't like
and
that.
all that, yeah.
Oftentimes.
Right.
So it
Producers.
was, exactly. Yeah. There's definitely stages. So.
It was interesting too because Siler's character that they talk about, but we don't actually meet you until like many episodes into the series.
Correct. Yeah.
And I was curious about how did they, like when you got there, how did the character develop? And Tim Kring, who is the creator, and like, do you work with him and the directors on like where you're going to take Siler, and how does that all work?
It's early on, like as soon as I got the job, I had all the scripts because I hadn't read from 1 to 9, and so they had written through 10, so they gave me 10 scripts, and I went away for a weekend actually to read them, and a lot of it was sort of, I think a lot of it started there, and then it just happened when I showed up to work that I worked with the director of that particular episode. Greg Beeman was the first director that I worked with. He's awesome, and
you had worked with him before.
No, I'm
Oh,
just saying he was
okay.
awesome to
He was
like
awesome.
come into the experience with.
Right.
And and then it did. It just evolves once people sort of find your rhythms as an actor. Like you establish relationships. The writers start to sort of hear what words sound good coming out of your mouth, and add to the character in that way. So it sort of started like that.
It's nice.
Yeah,
Collaborative.
it is. It really is. It was pretty cool. But I wish there was a bigger story to it.
I think you're really talented,
Thanks.
and I really loved watching that scene with the snow globes. Did you come up with the snow globe idea, or
No, the snow globe idea I can't take credit for.
no? I'm sorry.
Oh, the one with me in it?
Yeah.
The picture of me you're talking about? Or are you talking?
Yeah,
that's
well,
what you
there's
mean?
that moment where your mom,
Right.
She's getting surrounded by these snow globes, and it's actually kind of scary because it looks like they're going to hit her in the head.
Yeah,
which
and one does actually.
one cut her.
Cut her.
Yeah,
They cut her.
Yeah, and
Terrible moment.
I was scared of you.
I think that was the point.
Yeah,
So-
you did it, and
But no, I thought you were referring to the snow globe that had the picture. It was not.
oh yeah. Was that
But
you?
yeah, that was
This
like
is
really
when
me.
you were little.
That was me.
Oh my God.
I had like clear braces and a complete
Like
full
bowl
haircut,
cut.
and I was wearing a bow tie.
Yeah,
I did notice
so cute.
that.
I said, I
And,
think that's
and they were
him.
like, "Do you have any pictures of yourself?" And
Yeah.
I was like, "You know what? If I'm going to do it, I'm just going to go for it.
I
I'm just
knew-
going to bring
I
them
knew.
like that picture."
That's
and
great.
they totally used it. It was like right up in the middle
Yeah,
of the frame.
it
I was
was.
like, "Oh, that's funny."
But actually, it was really cute. And I mean, not that. Actually, no, it was cute.
It was literally possibly the darkest image of anyone captured, like at
Okay.
the most awkward time, hysterically so.
I have
I'm
a
glad.
really important question. Soy or milk?
I drink soy milk.
You do?
I do,
Okay,
yeah,
good. Because
yeah.
I got you soy with your.
Thank you. And
But
I
that's
came with my
actually
own.
your own.
But I'm almost done with it. I'll probably take this.
Well, there's another one out there. So, okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, we got Martini wants to know if people are afraid of you on the street based on your character. And how do you separate yourself from your character outside of the studio?
It's like,
It's so interesting because people are, and it every time it happens, I'm like, what? Like, what's the matter? Like, I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it because I don't. There is no. Like there's only separation between me and the character
Right,
when I
right.
leave the studio. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just
So you're not going to freeze us in
I
here.
won't do it.
Could you make it snow tonight? Just.
I'll work on that for you.
Okay,
Actually,
okay, good.
that's the one I've been working on.
You've been working
Yeah.
on that. You know, because I came in with all the drinks, and I thought, oh, God, what if he gets here before I do? Or what
Yeah.
if he gets here as I'm going up in the
Right,
elevator? And then I
that'd be
got
awkward.
scared all of a sudden.
Right. No, there are only bags of garbage in the elevator. So you
That's
don't have
right.
to worry about it. Right.
We all came up with that. Yeah, exactly. So
There's another question here. What does Siler do with the brains?
I won't talk about that.
Because a lot of people think that he eats them, but I don't know if we've seen actual eating of the brains.
No, we haven't seen eating of the brains. I mean, it's probably the question I get asked the most. and there's no answer that the writers or producers have decided to commit themselves to on paper. And I certainly know the theories under which I operate, and they know theirs, and maybe someday they'll join up and we'll explore it more fully on the show. But I don't know that I mean, I think that's one of the mysteries. That's one of the unanswered questions. So
Yeah.
speculation welcome.
Okay, I have a question. Shocking. This is really not a Sawyer milk. This is more of a, Okay, what really inspires you as an actor / artist?
He's gonna vomit.
That was a really...
He's like, that's
Well, I was
makes me
thinking
sick.
and burping at the same time. It's a good tool to implement.
The Ganesh.
Oprah. No, Oprah
Oprah
inspires me. I listen to a lot of music. I definitely listen to music a lot. I think I'll take music to work with me if I know that I'm going to be sort of doing something that's particularly emotional or particularly intense.
Do you like rap?
I do like some rap. My rap knowledge is limited, but it informs me more than you might
But
think.
that's not what you're listening
No, it's not. I'm totally listening to,
Beethoven's Fifth.
sometimes classical, but, it runs the gamut. It depends on what I'm doing. Like, if I have to... I don't know. It tends to be when I go more emotional than I sort of listen to music.
Do you like poetic music?
I like
find
singer-songwriter.
Sting's, music's very...
Do you like Peter Gabriel?
I love Peter Gabriel.
Is there any water, actually?
Sure.
Thanks. Because I just drank a whole coffee. I'm burping all over the place. You guys, you need to hydrate.
Oh my
You
God.
can take care of
Gotta
yourself.
hydrate here.
Thanks, man.
High maintenance guest. Anybody need anything else? Have we got them all situated?
where's
Anybody got to use the bathroom?
There's
you know?
pizza, right?
Yes, actually, we have pizza coming.
Shut up, you
No, I
don't.
swear to God. Did I not say that, David? I'm going to order pizzas tonight.
Are you kidding?
Yes, no.
I didn't know
mean,
that.
I did not.
maybe.
What'd you say?
Yes, no, maybe. No, you know what? I love you. We're friends.
We are.
Okay. So,
All right. Now, if you could change one thing about the world, Zach, what would it be? That's from David Forrest from thestream.tv.
this is entirely
You guys
too
are
much fun.
putting me through the ringer.
And we're
It
gonna
was gonna be easy.
You're gonna have
I
pizza
think if I could change, yeah, I'm
and a
gonna
juggler
get-
and a
I'm gonna
donkey
get-
later. So
Up and down the hallway.
yeah, we have a court jester coming.
I feel like if I could change one thing about the world, I think it would just be like the social, like an overall sort of social shift in consciousness. You know what I mean? I think that.
I'd have to agree with that.
You know what I mean? Because it's you can go into each issue that presents itself in front of us, environmentally, politically, whatever, and there's no right answer, and there's no answer that's ever gonna. So I feel like the only answer is that people need to start looking at how they can change themselves and the
Without a
impact
doubt.
that has collectively on the rest of what's out there. I think will start to be felt a little bit more.
Right.
It's really complicated. And the question earlier about like what is one of the worst things about being a celebrity, I think on some level it's knowing that you're sort of fueling this industry that can really, I don't know, just be dangerous.
Yes.
Morally, ethically, empty on some levels,
Right.
So I feel very grateful that I'm a part of it in a way on a show that actually has something to say and I think says it
Right.
really well,
That's
Well
something that
said.
I really liked about the show, and what really drew me in is those big questions that Heroes just kind of was in your face about, like why are we here? Why do we dream? What's the soul? And I think that's really cool that a mainstream TV show was going there.
I do too. I feel
think
really
so.
fortunate to be a part of it for that reason,
And I think that kind of feeds into another question, sort of like that. But first, I want to say, in addition to what you were saying, that the point he's trying to make is that if you can't afford to have a baby, don't have one. Okay. Anyway,
There's a question here. It's from Lord Rings 247.
Lord Rings.
Lord Rings. Can you ask Zach what it's like on set with all the actors and stuff?
They hate me because I am trying to kill them.
Bad guy.
And nobody talks to me. And
It's lonely.
I have to eat by myself.
Do people play pranks on you?
Are you gonna break
or
down?
like?
I'm gonna
I'll
cry.
get you tissues.
Can I have
Anybody
some-
got tissues?
Can I have some music, please?
Oh yes. Tissues.
No, I mean, please. It is the funnest group of people that I've ever worked with, and everybody
Can I
is.
sit like you?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Oh yeah, you said you might do that.
Yeah, I think I want to sit like you because it's cool. Sorry, just hold on. Okay, I feel like I just got on top of a horse. Giddy up. Okay, how's
I can see that. That's really funny.
Okay, all right.
We're both there now. All right.
Posture.
So wait, where were we?
Sorry.
What happened, Meryl?
Moving on.
Wait, Lord Rings was asking a question.
The set and the cast.
Yeah. Great group of people. Much like this room, very, just sort of fun,
Like me.
raucous, like Meryl. Is a good example of. But everybody gets along
Meryl.
swimmingly, and genuinely. You know what I mean? It's not like.
It's not.
There's
Talk
no.
to you Tuesday. Give me a call.
Yeah, no.
You know?
There's no like anything
Pretension?
Like that. It's a really, really great group of people. It's
That's
kind
nice.
of bizarre, frankly.
That's really nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. So yeah.
But I have to say, what you said before really is very well said. I mean, because I myself, being a lay person, I feel like there's a lot of people that are not aware of what's going on, and so they're sort of perpetuating the problem because they think everything's fine, but it's not. You know.
It's really difficult. I mean, people don't. I mean, it's a tough spot we're in right now. You know,
Yeah.
and
I think we're divided. Or
I think we're divided, but I think it. You know, I think it's like people are really not interested in, like you just said, like looking at what's going on and just taking responsibility for it in whatever way they can. You know what I mean? Like it's not got to be a big production. Like it's just like we've got to realize that it's not really working. It's not what we're doing is not working.
Right.
And there are myriad examples of how that's the case. You know, everywhere you turn around, like and how we who have so much abundance in this country. I mean, now it's like a soapbox that I feel like I'm on, but it's like, you know, how is that possible? And I just saw Sicko the other night, so I'm like total Michael Moore out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
sure,
And it's so, it was just so moving to me because it's like it's right in front of us. It's right there.
Yeah.
You know, and the choice is really, really, really ours. And that can be really scary, but also has a lot of potential in it if people wake up to their power.
Well, talking about abundance.
You're my hero.
And things. Rob Thomas in St. Paul wants to know, what's the coolest thing that you've gotten or boughten since you've been famous?
Boughten is not a word. That is not a word, Rob Thomas.
Actually, I made that mistake.
You sound very educated.
Yeah, education.
We'll get into that in a minute.
All right.
Rob's waiting.
Rob, the coolest thing that I've gotten or boughten, it's not as cool as if you have to buy it, right? That automatically makes it less cool than if you get it.
That's right.
Somehow.
I agree.
I did recently procure a Wii, a Nintendo Wii.
Oh,
What's that?
That's the gaming, and I'm not a gamer. I'm not like I don't.
I
do,
thought
you know, but it's like a
Wii.
video game
And I
thing
was
where
like,
you
wow,
play tennis and bowling.
Really?
And you actually do it because it's like I know again.
So you get physical exercise, like you're there at
Well,
the
I canceled
bowling
my
alley.
gym membership if that's what you mean. Because now I'll be playing Wii tennis every night.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Can I come over? Can I play?
Sure.
I just invited myself to your house. That's weird.
Is it?
Well, I mean, we don't know each other that well yet.
It'll only be weird when you come.
All right. Oh, my God. Meryl, sorry you can't come in. I did it for the sake of the show, but we don't really know.
And then you show me the release I signed, and you're like, sucker!
Yeah,
Let me
exactly. We have to play tennis. I got a sharp backhand.
in! Exactly.
I
That's
do
the hardest part,
It's really
actually,
good.
of
like,
Wii tennis.
Sweep the crumbs off the table.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'll try next time. I'll try it and see where it gets me. We'll see.
Okay, I like
Where
tennis too. Where were we?
Yeah,
When you show up.
I'm eager, apparently, to answer these questions. Right? Like, I'm like, what's going on? What's next?
What's next?
What do you got for me?
You got your racket ready? Okay. When you show up for a normal day of shooting, how much of an episode is actually filmed?
A few scenes are done in one day. It depends on how long the scenes are. You usually shoot like eight pages a day, 6 to 8, depending. You know what I mean? It sort of varies. Sometimes you might shoot like one day we spent 14 hours on literally a page and a half. So it just varies.
Okay.
You know?
And do you fill that time while you're waiting by, talking to your agent and looking in the mirror, or do you fill that time by reading the dictionary?
That's I'd say it's a balance of the two.
Okay,
I would say it falls
you're like,
somewhere.
I gotta fill my
falls somewhere
head
in the
and I gotta
middle.
check it out. You know what I mean?
I really try not to bring my phone onto the stage or onto the set. Like I try to leave it in my room. Sometimes I don't. and then every time, then it becomes
Yeah.
just a habit. Again, another example of our propensity to just put something up in front of our face,
Right.
rather than read a book or sit quietly or whatever. I don't know.
Time out. Brian, am I supposed to be looking at that camera while I'm talking to him?
It doesn't really matter. I just kind of keep switching them.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
just
Good.
switch them around.
All right. Okay.
Whatever you're like, I'll keep up with you. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
One more question. Thank
That's
you,
what you like
Brian.
to
I
hear.
love you. What do you want to be when you grow up?
It's a great question.
You know what I mean?
I want to be a pilot.
You know that I've flown, and I'm eating.
What are you eating?
Make yourself at home.
I had 10 hours of flying experience, and I was just about to solo. And then this was when I was summering up in Maine. I sound like a grandfather. But
Summering up
that's
in Maine.
also a really big interest of mine.
That's
really
cool.
to
I
hear.
really wanted to be a pilot when I was a kid. I used to make my parents take me to the airport so I could watch the planes take off, and it
that's
was my
cool.
favorite thing to do.
You were like a cool kid person.
I don't think that can be accurately stated. No.
Where did you go to?
I was a cool little kid, and then I became really there was definitely a patch in there where I was like
A nerd.
a nerd, but kind of like I was like.
Do you have
too-
like 9 lives type of thing? I did.
What does that mean?
Well, like you look like completely different person every few years.
Oh, no, I kind of wrote, I had the bowl going for,
Right,
I
right.
rocked the bowl.
You rocked the bowl.
For a significant portion of my adolescence.
Dude, you
definitely.
have to rock the bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I guess
Makes
so.
you stronger as a person.
Did you go to university?
I went to university, yeah.
Where'd you go?
I went to Carnegie Mellon.
Oh,
in-
excellent
in
school.
Pittsburgh, where I'm
yes,
from. Yeah.
that's a great school. Actually, they have a wonderful theater program, like the California Institute of the Arts, where I went to school. We
true.
won't talk that
Now,
much. Do you wanna do any
Mabes,
Bell
vocal
Arts is a
warm-ups?
really good program. I know a lot of people that went through there.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
great school.
It's
Really great.
nice to have that background and also that sort of connection with
That's
the people
right.
you went to
I'm
school
still
with.
licking my wounds, but no, I'm kidding. It's a very avant-garde program.
Yeah, it is.
Actually,
It's
you
really
know?
cutting
I mean,
edge.
we did the Cherry Orchard by Anton Chekhov with multimedia stuff and
Where did you do it?
at Keller's.
Yeah.
All right, we have a question here from Mabes.
We'll talk about that
Who?
later.
Babes.
Now, is there some sort of world tour that you're on, Zach? Because she wants to know if you guys are stopping in NYC.
Oh, Mabes? What's up,
NYC.
Mabes? Good question, because there is a world tour going on, August 25th to September 2nd, I believe, are the dates of the world tour, for which we had a very official press conference with NBC the other day to talk about it. It's very interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
Press conference. But initially when I heard about this trip, somebody called and said, hey, we're going to Europe. And I was like, oh, because I knew there were legs of the trip that are being broken up, and so then they're like, you're going to Europe, and I was like, oh, cool. I just got back from Europe, France. Good morning, bonjour, and then they sent out an email to all of us, being like, there's going to be a world tour. Here's where you're going. And then I was on the Asia tour, so then I was going to Tokyo, Singapore, and Hong Kong, and I was like, awesome.
That's right.
And then they made the final decision, and I'm going to be in New York, Mabes. I'm going to the North America. I'm representing the
Nice.
Watch out.
homeland
NYC
for heroes,
in the
NYC and Toronto.
Yeah.
Really, that's North America. NYC
I
and
so
Toronto.
love. I so love New York. Do you love New York?
It's
I mean, if you're
absolutely
from
hands
that,
down
we're
my
East
favorite
Coasters.
city in the world. Where are you from?
Florida,
Awesome.
Yeah.
What part?
Miami, Boca.
All right, I got another question here from
Boca.
O Slot Evil. Would you rather be a hero or do you enjoy being a villain on the show?
I absolutely enjoy being the villain on the show.
But I don't-
Everybody run.
Everyone. But there's something about Siler, though, that was a little in that episode where he goes back to his mom, where we see like a soft side to him, or it's almost like he's asking for forgiveness or like redemption of some sort.
I think he's in conflict. I think he's in deep conflict, and I think that that is what that episode explored. You know, this the last attempt to find some sense of redemption. Yeah, absolutely, and it ultimately goes really bad for Ellen Green's character.
Yes.
Ma.
Don't you find? Don't you imagine sometimes stabbing someone with scissors? No, actually.
We were talking about this on the car ride over here. Actually, I was like, I was like, you know, what if you had to kill somebody?
Yeah.
But I could. But
What was the
stabbing.
answer?
Well, the answer was like, if I had to. Well, it's
was the
it's
answer?
intense. Killing. I don't want to talk about it.
No. It's really.
We don't need to talk.
We
about
don't
it.
have to go there.
No, we don't.
But I do want to go somewhere.
Where? Where do you
I
want
want to go to Paris. Let's go.
Paris is really fun.
But you just got back, so that's weird.
I did.
Do you want to go to Morocco?
Yeah, I'll go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
I want to go to Australia. I really want to go to
I wanna
Australia
go there
at some
too.
point. Yeah. See you there.
Mate, good day. So, okay, now, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so, do you have a dog?
I do.
What kind?
A Irish Wolfhound Terrier mix named Noah,
Noah.
and I also have a cat,
Oh, and your cat's name?
Harold.
That's a great name.
Yeah,
Is that
they're-
after Harold and Maude? It's one of my favorite movies.
It's after Harold and Maude.
No way.
It's after
No
Harold and Maude.
way.
Yeah, he's all black.
No
And he's
way.
got like a little tuft of white fur right here, so it kind of looks like a reverse tuxedo or a tuxedo without a tie. Or
Harold.
the tie's there, but you just can't see it because he's
Isn't that a brilliant film?
my
Sorry,
favorite. My
finish.
favorite movie. No, I was
Your
done.
cat.
I just ran out of.
How old's your cat?
He's 6,
Oh.
and the dog is 4.
And they get along. Well,
I mean, it's kind of like I've never seen anything like it.
They're pals.
Like my dog's big. He's like 55, 60 pounds, and the cat's a sizable cat. But the dog will put the cat's entire head in his mouth, and the cat will like let him basically, and then the cat will be like, "Meow, meow," but it's not like hard. Like my dog is very like aware, you know.
Right.
And then the cat will like put his claws in my dog's beard, and then they'll have this like tussle. It's
And-
kind of amazing.
and they're
I
fine.
should
No
probably
bloodshed?
No, like all in play.
Now-
All in play.
can I have your dog?
Sometimes I'd let you have him.
Okay, good.
But not today.
Okay, not today.
All right, we have a question from Pioyo, who wants to know what your experience on 24 was like.
My experience on 24 was. I'm just kidding. I'm totally being weird. Totally being weird. My
Wait, do
experience
Siler,
on-
do Siler. Can you? Oh, no.
What is this? The finger
Did
gun?
you do that
Doesn't
in the
shoot
show?
people with an imaginary
Didn't you go-
gun. There's some hand action involved, but
okay.
I don't like to. I don't like to do the hand action
All right,
unless
okay.
it's on the show. Because then it's like people are always like, do that, and I'm like, no, I don't want.
Yeah. Right.
Wait, so
Cross these questions off.
24 was really different, actually, but it was really, it sort of laid a groundwork. It was the first time I was on a show for an extended period of time. The nature of that show is so different from stuff that had really preceded it, and it also ultimately fed into, I think, the genesis of Heroes in terms of really changing the format of serialized television. So without knowing it at the time, I think I was really sort of preparing myself for the experience that I'm having now. But it was much more technical, and my character was certainly not anywhere nearly as fully explored. It was a very sort of information disseminating peripheral character. But it was cool. I liked the people that I worked with. The actors on the show were really cool, and I'm certainly glad I had that time there.
And who would win in a fight, Siler or Jack Bauer? Charles from Massachusetts wants to know.
Siler.
Duh.
I mean, now Zach and Kiefer's a different
question.
story. I'm not calling Kiefer on by any means, but
Right.
if we're talking about Siler and Jack,
Yeah.
I don't see it much of a contest.
Actually, you guys have similar voices.
Kiefer and I?
Yes, you do. Because, I mean, I've heard him talk. In bed. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He's at home watching. Hi.
What's up, Kiefer?
Yeah, no. But you have similar voices. Yeah, it's this deep, baritone.
Maggots, Michael.
Yeah.
You're eating maggots. Remember that from Lost Boys, right?
Yes, that was good.
Was
that was
it?
really good. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Do you have superpowers in real life?
Wait, I was going to talk about this before because I thought this might be a question.
you
Didn't somebody?
did.
So you clued me in before. You
I
it was
kinda
on your
did,
list.
didn't I?
something.
Yeah.
Just this one. Superpowers in real life. And I
What
couldn't
is
come up with
something
anything.
unusual that you can do that most people can't do?
Is that like the
Besides acting.
the footnote to the question?
Yes.
Oh, it's like the alternative question.
last
If I took the thing too literally, if I was like, I don't have superpowers.
We
I
do.
don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. It's a strange question. I feel like I don't know. It's a tough question to
Like,
answer.
do you yodel?
I play the kazoo. I don't know. Whenever people
okay.
used to ask me if I played an instrument, I came up. But actually, I'm learning to play the banjo. That's a superpower.
Really? That's cool.
Superpower.
Do you like jazz?
Yeah,
blues?
I like jazz, bluegrass.
Yeah, bluegrass.
Not much jazz on the banjo.
No.
Right? Is that why you asked me if I like jazz? The banjo's not a very heavy jazz
do you
instrument,
like
is
New
it?
Orleans?
I do like New Orleans.
Okay.
Andrea wants to know what your favorite book is and what genre of books you like.
The last book I read, which sort of like devastated me. I read this series of books while I was traveling in Europe. I don't think it's any mistake, But I read these series of books, all of which had to do in one way or another with mortality and sort of. The first was "Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close" by Jonathan Safran
I have
Foer.
that.
I had it for I had it for a long time
You
before
did?
I read it too.
Oh, good. Okay,
obviously,
thanks for
'cause
making
that's
me
like
feel better, 'cause-
that's like somebody being like, I'm reading the corrections like now.
Right,
It's like
or
5 years ago.
Utopia, or
Something.
That's from a long time. 1984, George Orwell.
Yeah. No, that you can read.
I've been reading that
Have you?
since 1984. No, ow. Oh. Okay. All right. So
that was one of them, and then Every Man by Philip Roth. I think Philip Roth is probably my favorite author. I really like American literature, Kurt Vonnegut. I really like Tom Robbins. I really like that genre of stuff. Yeah, and then I read The Year of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion, which.
I read that too.
Yeah.
That was
like,
heavy.
a lot, right?
Oh my!
And in a
didn't
row,
you feel like you
I was
needed
like
a
traveling
nap
by myself
for like a month after
Well, I was
that?
on vacation in Barcelona, so I kind of was like in the right environment to read something like that.
Well,
but
were you going out late at night and siesta during the
I
day?
didn't. I was. I walked all around the city during the day, and then at night I would go back to my hotel and order room
Barcelona.
service and go to the beach and sort of read. But this is the symbol for backpack, and I had that. And
did you say a rucksack?
say what? Rucksack?
Rucksack. No, but no, I read that too. And Joan Didion is actually quite an amazing woman. She wrote with her husband, who was a screenwriter, right? And he wrote the movie with Michelle Pfeiffer and Robert Redford called Up Close and Personal.
Yeah.
Right. And so, and he died, and that's what the book's about.
So there's a question here.
Glad people are going
Someone
to
wants to know. Is there a certain actor or actress that you are dying to work with, Zach? It's from Beatloaf.
Meatloaf?
Beatloaf.
Beatloaf.
Oh.
Beatloaf. B-E-A-T or B-E-E-T?
B-E-A-T.
Beatloaf, like a DJ maybe?
Like Meatloaf, but oh yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Lady.
Cool. What's up,
she's
Beatloaf? There's a lot of actors that I'm dying to work with. I mean, there's a lot of actors whose work I really admire and learn
Are there
from
any
and
actors you
inspire
don't
by.
want to work with? You want to name them?
There are, but I won't name them. Like in terms of like what anybody would say, I'm sure is like Meryl Streep or Al Pacino or Jeremy Irons, but also like people like Ryan Gosling. I think is an absolutely incredible actor.
I think he's brilliant.
Yeah,
we
yeah. There's a
actually
lot
want to
of
get him
good-
on the show.
Do you?
Yeah, I
you
love
should.
him. I
You
think
should.
he's brilliant.
Really, I just think he's
You guys
the
would
real
be great.
deal. You know?
Yeah, you guys would be great together. I mean, in something, like some.
Yeah.
Not like Lifetime, like like HBO or.
I don't know. Who else? There's a lot of people. Definitely. I feel like there's these guys over here aren't listening.
Yeah, I feel like they're not.
Stopped
They're not.
answering
They've
the
had
question
enough.
'cause they're, like,
no,
talking
they're
about-
probably getting so many
On
emails.
the IMs, keep your questions coming. There's just so
There's
much
so
coming
many.
in, and we're going to take the best ones and the best comments and stuff. So hang on.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Comments, compliments, we like them.
Alrighty.
We're paying attention to you. We're trying to keep everything.
I'm kidding.
Trying to keep everything.
I
organized
kid.
here.
Okay, do you have a tattoo?
I do have a tattoo.
Okay,
do?
and what is it? Or do you want to share what it is? Look at that!
It's
there
a
it is.
version of a Celtic symbol called a triskel, and
nice.
and I lived in Ireland for a little while.
Oh, I love Ireland. I mean, I haven't been, but I love
It's
Ireland.
a great country. It's really cool. I had a good time. Do you like leprechauns?
I do.
Then you'll love Ireland.
Oh, good.
It's really cool. It's a
Top
great
of the morning
country.
to you.
I was told I sounded when I tried to do my
Did you
Irish
try?
accent.
You sound
over there,
like
they
it?
were like, "You sound like the Lucky Charms leprechaun."
Now, did you think about that tattoo for a while?
I did. I actually, what had happened was, when I was living there, my mom came to visit and bought me a pendant of the triskel, which I wore on a chain for a while before I got the tattoo. And then it was kind of the only. I was like, if I'm going to have something, and I also got it right before I left LA for 3 months to drive cross country to do a play. So I felt like it was sort of an embarkation of sorts.
Oh,
you know?
that's nice. And Quinto is not a Jewish name.
Not a Jewish name. No, it's an Italian.
What is
name.
Italian?
Yeah,
Oh, cool. Are you Italian on both sides?
I'm Italian and Irish.
Okay.
50-50 down the
Oh,
line.
I'm Jewish and Irish.
Oh yeah.
Michael from Maryland wants to know if you can set him up with the cheerleader, Claire Bennett.
Unfortunately, the cheerleader is otherwise spoken for, Michael. I'm sorry to say.
She married?
She's 17.
Wow.
Not married.
She's young.
Yeah, she's a youngin.
Yeah.
But no, she's got a betrothed. Sorry.
Okay. He's really.
Isn't Zach such a delight?
Delight?
You're
Really?
you're like
Oh,
sunny
shucks.
delight.
Get out of
You
here.
are, but you're probably classier. You know. Probably,
I'm like Sunny Delight
you
with
are
champagne in it.
classier. Yes.
I'm like a Sunny Delight
you have
mimosa.
champagne. Yes, you're like a sunny delight with Vouv.
Indeed.
Have
Yeah,
you ever heard of
save that
some
one.
Andrea here's? Ask Zach, please. Have you ever heard of Cy Hindler, which I guess is a
Cylinder?
yeah.
Mohinder,
Mohinder and
Siler? Yeah. Mylar. Yeah. we were on a run there for a while, Sendel and I.
Mylar.
Sendel's a laugh riot. So, yeah, we've both heard of Cylinder and Mylar.
Nice.
We're really getting through these questiones, these preguntas.
That's good,
It's
good.
really good. I think I have another one.
Let it rip.
Okay. Can I get two?
Go ahead.
Okay, chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Nice. Me too. Okay. Thai or chai?
Like Thai food or chai latte?
Yeah.
Thai.
Okay. Oprah or Chopra?
That's three. That
Oh,
was three.
that's
She's on a roll.
Oprah or Chopra? I mean, come on, dude.
okay. You're a sport.
All right, we got another one here.
You're like Sporty Spice, you know.
Which one was she?
These are from.
All right, we got this is from your fan club in Paris.
Paris! Woo!
Yay, Paris!
They said, name a few of your favorite films and musicians. Bands.
Okay. I think my top 3 films would be, we've already mentioned Harold and Maude.
I'm making.
Also, the movie Magnolia. Definitely one of my favorite films. Wait, I had a list. The Jerk's real good.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Um,
Can't stop my leg.
what else? Musicians like, I just got asked this question earlier today, so I was doing a phone interview at home, and I went to my computer and actually like looked up my music taste. I was like, well, I like this and this and
Was
this.
it for Interview magazine? Because
No,
they
but
do
I
it on the
really-
phone a lot. Those kinds
A lot
of
of them do
interviews.
it
Yeah.
on the phone. This person was in New
And
York.
like Cameron Diaz will call you.
What?
Like another celeb will call you and interview you over the
no,
phone.
no,
That's
that
the
wasn't this,
interview.
but that would be fun.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
I'll talk to
coming
Cameron.
for
I'll
you.
give her some stuff.
Okay, I'll talk to them. too.
Alexi Murdoch, this guy, I really like his music. My friend Sarah Roberts, I will put it out there for everybody right now. 'Cause
Let me write
she
that down.
is,
Maybe we'll have her on the
really-
show. Do you think she'll come on the show?
well, she lives in Arizona, but I'll bet she'd come on the show if she's
We'll
out
fly
here.
her
for a
out. We've
trip.
got the budget.
Southwest. It's like $40. Yeah, she's really good. SARAHROBERTS.
Awesome.
Really, really, really cool and unique. So like I like to listen to my friends. My friend Chris Dahlman as well. CHRISDALLMAN.
That's so
really
nice of
good,
you to
like,
plug your
But like I
pals.
listen to their music. It's
Yeah.
not like I'm just
You're
being
just-
like listen to
right.
my friend's music. Like I like obsessively.
They're, like, all calling you on the way
And the
here,
thing about
like,
living in
talking
LA,
about-
no. The thing about in LA is like you're in your car so much, you know.
Right.
But I still have a CD player. Like I don't have one of those fancy like people get their iPods hardwired to their car. You know.
Right.
Don't got it.
Yeah.
But so I listen to the same CD for like 3 weeks. Like seriously, obsessively every time in the car. It's the same goddamn thing. I'll be like fucking. Well, see, I just swore because I could.
You
I don't really
did.
have a filthy mouth, but I literally subconsciously, as I was telling
I'm
that
like,
story, I was like,
yay.
times when I better swear because I can. That's what just happened, so
Yeah.
everybody knows.
You made a mental note. I make those too.
Yeah. So that I mean, yeah. But in terms of more mainstream, like people that are like labels and stuff like that,
Right.
I don't know. I'm at John Mayer lately.
Oh, I like
Kind
him
of
a
gotten into
lot.
John Mayer. I
Yeah.
went to his concert a couple of weeks ago. It was really fun, and he's like a really nice guy. Like
Yeah, he seems like it.
his music, like what this last album was really talking about.
He always has like a wild look with his hair.
Yeah, he got it cut.
Oh,
Like
he cut
for
it.
this
Okay.
when I saw it, it was more like
Oh,
he's,
good
you know,
for him.
Yeah, it's cool, but it always looks good. Either way,
No.
you know,
He's
it's like this crazy.
Seriously
tag
though, he's a cool guy. I really like his
nice
music.
guy.
I think it's really
Rilo
good.
Kiley, good
I
LA
love
band that I
Rilo
like a
Kiley.
lot. Yeah, so there you go. Movies I'll have to get back to you on. I don't know why I'm not
Okay.
really calling on them.
Well,
Morbius.
can I just mention 2 movies that I think are amazing?
Yeah.
Okay. Really quick, I want to plug these movies because I really think they're amazing. I absolutely loved Once.
Once, fantastic,
Amazing movie.
fantastic movie.
The
I agree.
music is beautiful.
Yeah, good
and,
movie.
And you'll really want to. I mean, isn't there there's not one pushed or forced moment?
No, it's
or
really
very
nicely done,
real.
nicely acted.
Yes.
That guy, I think I forget his name, Glenn. Really good.
Harland or Han?
Yeah, Henlon, something
sorry,
like that. Glenn Henlon. Really good. Though.
Really good. He has a band.
You're gonna know it
The
in like 2
Frames.
months. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I remembered that. Glenn will be happy with that. But the movie's called Once, an Irish film. Wonderful film.
Yeah.
And
the other?
I also very much loved Black Book. I thought was very cool. The Black. No, not the one with. Oh shoot! Here goes. It's a foreign film. And it's all in German.
Yeah,
It's a German film.
Okay.
It's about Nazi Germany.
Clearly, you're more cultured than I. haven't
more
seen that
letter
movie
note.
yet.
No. That's an excellent film. I
I'll
highly
check it out.
recommend. Yeah, no,
We
see
got
it.
Morbius 908. He wants to know a little bit about your theater background and what plays that you've done and what you enjoy, and what play you maybe would really like to do.
Oh well, we were just talking about that too. I started acting like as a kid, performing more than acting, really like sort of singing and dancing, and then it evolved into acting and started to do more plays.
Can you still sing?
I can, I think. I mean, I'd probably need to really brush up a little bit, but I want to go back to that eventually. I think that'll be something I do down the line, but I just don't know where or in what capacity. But yeah, so theater, like I went to college for theater, so I did a lot of plays in college, and high school I did stuff as well. I got my equity card doing a play called Gross Indecency, The Three Trials of Oscar Wilde by Moises Kaufman that the Tectonic Theater Company did in New York, and I did it at a regional theater in Pittsburgh called the City Theater Company, which is actually a really cool company. And then I did another play for them about 2 years later called Sideman by Warren Light, which was probably my favorite professional theater experience. That play was really a pretty remarkable experience for me. And then I did Shakespeare out here. I've done plays out here. Like I just try to do it when I can. I go every year to the Ojai Playwrights Conference for the past 5 years, which is in Ojai. I do write, not really in a structured way, but I do write a lot for myself.
Do you journal every day?
I do. Not every day,
but you're pretty disciplined about it.
I've been more disciplined at other times in my life, but it's still
like
part
if somebody
of my experience.
found your work right now, would they be able to follow along?
If they found my journals,
yeah,
then I would shoot them.
Okay,
no,
I would too. No. That was not Will.
Now people are gonna be hunting for my journals. Great. Thanks,
wrote,
Meryl. There's an international hunt for my journals.
I'm
Thanks
sorry.
for coming on the show. Where's that release?
World Wide Webs.
Ripping that shit right up.
Yeah, sorry about that.
People are now talking about how you feel about gun control.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. Well, I guess it's good that people are talking about
yeah.
gun control at all.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting that you can be a role model. Not interesting, but you are. I mean, you can be. I love your
But see, like,
eyebrows.
there's a perfect example of the fact that, like, I would never own a gun. You know what I mean? So that's a choice that I make, and that's I recognize the contribution overall to that choice. You know, I will never perpetuate guns in our society, and how I feel about it on a larger scale. You know, maybe I'll talk about some other time.
Right.
But
Ari Manis wants to know: do you ever refer to yourself as Siler in real life, or
do I
confuse?
No.
No.
Do I ever refer to myself like
if you're
hi, this is Siler, like a table for three?
Yeah. Do you do that?
No.
Are you at Starbucks and they say, "What's your name?" and you say, Siler?
No, but I am at Starbucks and I order a drink and then I come and they
mess up your name.
No, they write Siler on my cup.
No.
And they call out Siler. That has happened to me.
Wow.
Grande soy latte for Siler.
Wow. You know what's weird is they did that with me today, too.
Did they? They called you
and I
Siler?
thought that was so odd because we look so different.
We look very much alike. What
You're
are you
right.
talking
We're
about?
related.
You're
You're my
crazy.
brother.
You're half Irish.
That's right.
Me too.
Yeah.
We got it going.
Shalom. So where are we?
We got Irish girl wants to know
Irish girl.
if Siler could choose any power for his character to obtain on the show, what would it be?
All-consuming power. I just want to be able to do anything I want whenever I want to do it. If I'm Siler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great.
That's awesome. It's a really cool character. Are you
It's
stoked?
really fun. I cannot wait to go back to work. I'm so excited.
Now, when do you go back to work?
Well, they've already started production. I start in another week.
Oh, wow.
But they've been shooting for like a week
So
and a
we
half.
got you at a good time.
Yeah, you did.
That's really great.
I would say.
And what can we expect for the second season? Like, in terms of, I know you can't give anything away, but like, you know, what?
Meryl comes on as a guest star.
No. I will say that the landscape in which Siler and the other characters find themselves is radically different and totally unexpected and completely surprising right from the first minute of season 2. Like I read the first script. You know, it was like maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now that they sent the first episode, and I was like, it sat on my table for like a while because I was like, wow, you know, it's like a big, like you're going to read where they're taking you, and there's a fair amount of trust that's involved in that, and they just continue to raise the bar for themselves and keep clearing it. It's amazing. Yeah, it really, really is. So I think it'll be cool. But
the
that's all I can
directors
say.
and the writers you're working with, everybody's just really great. I mean, obviously, you can't say they're bad.
Well, no, but I mean, I could be dodgy about it or sort of
Yeah,
like
that's
come
a
up
good
with some
point.
creative answer, and I can't say anything other than it's the best group of people that I've ever had the pleasure to work with, really. All across the board.
And how long have you been sort of auditioning and working?
I've lived in LA for 8 years, and started auditioning the day after I got here, and you know, sort of had that experience of many actors. Like I waited tables for 3 years. I cobbled together commercials and guest stars, and you know, I had a very
I have no idea what that.
it's a very sort of traditional story, I would say, in the terms of like coming out and really facing a lot of patches of real doubt and uncertainty and challenge, and it's not been easy all the time, you know, at all.
Oh, it's been a breeze for me.
But it makes you appreciate it more, and I think that's something that I share in common with most of my castmates, you know, is that everybody has earned it, you know, and they have a perspective as a result of that doesn't. And then there's Hayden, who's been a superstar since she was like a kid, and like is the most down to earth, like totally connected person that like more than many 30-year-olds I know. So it's just this weird anomalous congregation of people that are just sort of like in it for the same reason and for what we all believe is the right reason.
And do you think that is what makes it a hit show?
I think that's a huge part of what makes it a hit show. I really do. I think that because of the sort of and it all filters up to Tim and Tim Kring, our creator, and the sort of energy I think with which he set out to create this show, and the people that fell in line with that, you know, and from him to wherever you draw the line, it's just absolutely, you know, remarkable.
Cool. Yeah,
Yay.
that's great. I was wondering actually what Tim Kring was like, because I mean, all this stuff was in his head, so I think. That's cool. All right, great. I've got, who is your favorite villain?
Who's your daddy?
Or
I'm sorry.
who is your favorite villain or hero of all time? That's from Rachel in Dublin, Ireland.
I think Scarface. We can go back to Scarface. Is one of my favorite movies of all time.
great.
And
Isn't
Al
it just-
Pacino
he's
is just like,
genius in
what
it.
is going on with that guy? You know what I mean?
No, it's just amazing.
And I have to say, I'll never forget the first time I saw Silence of the Lambs in a movie theater. I mean, that shit scared the bejesus out of me, you know? Like, really, really scared me to the core. So,
Who's Jesus?
Kind of following
You're
up to
half
that.
Irish, you should know that.
I know.
What makes these heroes on Heroes different from the other superheroes that we read about in comic books or maybe see in films?
I think they're really humanized. I think that they're people that are still struggling with their own shit, let alone the fact that they're superheroes. You know what I mean? Like, they're people that are trying to get by. They're people that are, you know, I think the parallel between that and the sort of deeper theme that it represents is that, you know, everybody's struggles are powerful, you know, and everybody sort of has an opportunity to contribute in some way, and these are people that are really trying to wrestle with not only the good aspects of that or the power of that, but also the challenges of that, because that's an enormous thing to consider.
And also I got something from Ocelot Evil.
We talked to him or her before.
Yeah, we did. I still can't pronounce the name.
Yes, no.
If you had not got the part of Siler, what part would you have settled for as a second?
On the show?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say because I think
Peter
everybody's so inimitably their own character that I don't know. I mean, I read the pilot before Siler was even. I mean, I read the pilot when they were shooting the pilot, which was over a year ago now, like in January, 2 Januaries ago, I guess. But I was on another show and I wasn't available for it, so I was aware of the project, and I was obviously reading at that point, being like, oh, Peter Petrelli is like probably the character that I would have auditioned for if I was available. But I'm sure I wouldn't have gotten it, and I'm sure Milo would have gotten it and made it his own as he did. So I just don't think that's a question that I don't know, because that was the part I was supposed to play.
Do you have hobbies?
I do have hobbies. I do, yeah. A lot of them are dog related because I got this dog that fucking won't leave me alone.
Well, I'll take him.
Oh, that's right. You offered.
Yeah, I offered.
See, now I've come back around. I'll drop him off outside after the show.
I had a wire fox terrier named Mr. Bergen.
I don't like that that's in the past tense.
Well, no, he's with my parents now because
he's in a better place.
He had a drinking problem.
He did?
Yeah.
Would he drink your beers?
He would drink all of my alcohol.
Right.
It's just every time I tried to hide it, Mr. Bergen would get right in there.
Mr. Bergen.
But his name is Mr. Bergen, and he's so funny. And ever since
was he named after Edward Bergen?
No, he was he was named after Bergen, Norway, right, Mom?
Meryl,
She's
Mom.
watching. Yeah. They have him
Awesome. Where are they?
tied up.
In
in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Oh, he's pretty.
Yeah, he's pretty psyched.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
he's running after rabbits.
I
And
think
stuff.
that's perfect. I really
We
do.
got someone. Andrea wants to know about your 6 Feet Under stuff, and
Sure.
because I guess what was
Some
that
good
like
shows
being
you've been
on
on.
that? Yeah, I know you've been on
Couple.
incredible
Some
shows.
good shows.
couple, yeah.
I guess you were a fan of that show. So.
And Meryl.
That's my favorite show. I mean, I really was.
Sorry, I can't help it.
all right.
You're on a
We
roll.
love it.
That's what you are.
On a road. That's probably arguably one of my favorite series that I've ever seen, and so to be on it was really pretty exciting. I did one episode, and I worked with Ben Foster and Lauren Ambrose, and sort of introduced the character of Olivia Castro Stahl, who was their art teacher, and factored prominently into some of the later episodes or later seasons of the show. Cool.
It's an
It was
amazing
cool.
show.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Do you love all the shows on HBO, or most of them? Do you watch them all?
Yeah, I do. I mean,
But do you
I
like Entourage?
I do like Entourage
It's really
when I see it. I don't
funny.
watch it,
Yeah.
regularly. I don't
It's
really
kind
watch
of hard
TV
to
regularly.
watch though that because of you.
I haven't
doing
watched it. Yeah, see, I
that.
haven't watched it since
Yeah.
since I sort of started having these experiences
You're
with
busy.
this. But but I probably will again.
I don't have time to watch TV either.
I mean, it's literally just not possible.
No,
I don't even have a TV
and I
in my
never
place
even
right
saw
now.
Heroes.
How long's your work week, Zach?
I usually work about 3 to 5 days an episode, depending on how heavy I am. And then usually they shoot episodes in 8 days, so I work, like a chunk of it. And the show is such that we all sort of we all do our work in. Why am I totally blanking on any words right now?
I don't know, but what's your address?
14.
Mine starts with 14.
I know where you live. That's
We're
why.
just.
What, David?
So no, unfortunately we're out of time. I
Oh,
wish
cool.
we could.
No, I mean, I can't believe we're already here. It was such a joy. I didn't even feel it go by at all.
But before you leave, Meryl and I wanted to get you a few gifts.
Yes, we got you gifts
You
for doing our
did?
show. Yes, of course. Oh, previous guests,
Look.
we have gifts coming. we just got a little bit of a, boosty. Hey, okay.
And
Yeah, we do.
We're a little new agey here on Merrillwood, but it's the way it is. And so we got you books about
exactly. It's like the Ganesh.
kind of like what Heroes is talking about, like the dreaming, the soul, and I really loved that thing about why do we keep going, and we dream of hope, never knowing who we're going to meet along the way, and what strangers are going to run into our lives, and all that stuff. So we have for you Life After Death
By Oprah Chopra.
by Deepak Chopra.
Wow.
We also got you the complete, Dream Dictionary.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool,
Figure
huh?
out
My
what's
shrink's
going
gonna
on
be thrilled.
in dreams.
So
And
am mine.
Astrology for the soul.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jen Spiller. Love her.
Yeah, she's
Him.
great.
Jen.
Way to know
Jan.
who that is.
Jan Spiller? I don't know.
So yeah, we really
Jan
wanted to
Spiller,
thank
I
you
love
for
it.
coming on.
Yeah, thanks, you guys.
Thank
This
you
was really,
so
really
much.
fun. No,
It was such a pleasure, and
I had a real good time.
I had a really good time
I really
too.
did.
Oh
Thank
my
you. I'll
God.
come
What's
back
your
anytime.
address?
17.
Yeah, please come back as we get into the second season and
Yes.
give us some updates.
And I can talk to you about everything that's going on.
Yes, please. We
right.
really want to hear more. And thank you so much to the viewers and to those who instant messaged.
And to my friend James for coming and hanging
And
out.
James,
Thank you,
thanks
James.
for
Thank
coming
you,
and
James.
hanging out. And Diane, thanks for helping
Diane,
us
thank you.
feed
Feed the hungry
feed
masses.
the lions. No, but thank you so much for tuning in to Meryl
sorry.
Wood, and thank
I
you,
got up.
David, for everything, and thank you, Zachary.
I got up too early.
And I was like,
Ready to leave.
this is great.
I'm out of here.
No, but really, it's such an honor to have you,
Thank
and
you.
we
That's
can't
really
wait to
sweet of
see
you.
what happens with your career. And I know there might be something about Spock.
What? What? No, I don't know.
Spock?
No.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
Get out of here, Meryl. You're crazy.
I'm crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, loose cannon.
All right, guys.
Anyway, we have
thanks so
some
much
books
for
for you.
Thank you,
yeah, we got
guys.
books. Thanks for all your IMs. These were great. And
Thank you. We
we'll
had a blast.
See you here again next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific.
Yes, we'll be here. Actually, next week we might be off.
All right.
Meryl needs a break. You know what I mean? Need a facial, need a massage. Anybody want to send me some coupons?
Go ahead. Something
We'll
or
keep you
other. Something
posted.
or
We'll
other.
have a promo because that's what
My
we
name
do.
is
Oh,
Chewbacca.
You missed the door.
that's my outro.
Door.
You watch it. I was in. You know what?
Thanks for coming to the elevator with me.